There was a very big be careful what you wish for. You just heard the save 30 seconds in by Freddie. After that first save, I couldn't help it. My brain, my instincts went, you know what? I actually like that. I like that Freddie got the first, it's like, the first bit of contact for a football player. It's like, all right, first hit, he's awake, he's alive, he's feeling good. I don't hate that move.
Into it right away.
And then they kept testing him, and I was going, all right, guys, he's awake. We can chill now. He's proven that he's not in a slumber to start the game. The juices are flowing. We don't got to keep getting him tested. But it obviously, the way the game went for Freddie was fantastic. I do think, and it hasn't really bit them too badly in this series, but goodness gracious, I would do, like, what would you do for a Klondike bar? I would do some crazy stuff for a first period goal.
Hey, easy now.
I would do.
We have some SEC rules we got to follow.
I would do
here,
some
Tim.
crazy stuff. We're talking about, like, do you ever really use your little toe? Chop it off for a first period goal, right? It's those kinds of things. A first period goal for the Canes would be awesome. Starting fast would be awesome. Giving them that momentum as far as not just Freddie starting well. Obviously, 30 seconds in, he was playing well. But getting the skaters, getting those high leverage chances, finishing those chances early on in a game could really change some things. Here's Jalen Chatfield on their need and desire to have faster starts.
It's mental. I think we know that as a team. We didn't like our first, and I think it's right when the puck drops, being fully mentally engaged, ready to go, and just giving it our all. Like, sometimes you come out flat-footed, sometimes that happens, but we were able to get a win out of it, and we know we can do that, but you definitely don't want to start like that in playoffs, and not especially against a team like this. So, it's coming in with the mindset, being fully prepared and ready to go right when the puck drops.
Because I don't even know if that's the right thing, because I don't want to accuse them of not being ready to go at the start. It seems like they're locked in and focused. It's I don't know, maybe like too much of a feeling out, too much of a overpassing a little bit early, too much of a it is the first round of a boxing match and you're just jab, and no one's throwing any real power punches. I think there's an opportunity to throw some power punches and maybe land a couple and get yourself out to that start.
Well, that's what Jacob Slavin actually talked about yesterday during media availability.
And do we have that sound as well?
We do.
Let's hear it.
For us, it would just be getting to our game right away, not tiptoeing into the game, not almost waiting around to see what kind of game it's going to be like, but just taking control right from the start, getting in. I mean, kind of the start that we had to game one, right? We were in, we were on them. We had 15 shots in the first period, so really just playing hard and making the coaching staff happy with what they're seeing on the ice.
Gosh, Slavin is a coach's dream, isn't it? He's just trying to make the coaches happy out there. Best defensive defenseman in the league. Shout out to Dylan, by the way, on Twitter. He said he'll cut off his pinky toe with me for a first period goal. That wasn't an official offer, just to, I don't want people.
I don't know. That's public record now.
I don't want the collectors coming around, but it's the thought that counts.
And get you a toe, dude.
It's the thought.
Get you a toe by puck drop.
It's the
with nail polish.
The thought that counts. And then there's the cap side of things, right? Because after the Canes won game one, we anticipated game two being a more fiery Caps, and it was. Right, they came out. They were more aggressive. After you go up 2-1, they're really backs against the wall now. And I'm still anticipating a few situations where the Caps try to lure the Canes into something or try to out-anger, out-physical. Like, I'm still anticipating the Caps doing that. This postseason hockey, right? Playoff hockey. Nobody's going to go away easily. So it becomes the challenge for the Canes tonight is matching the desperation level of a team that doesn't have to manufacture it at all, right? The Caps don't need to manufacture desperation at all because the outside factors and pressures are going to up their intensity for them. The Canes, with a one-game lead, they've actually been playing better. Even if you total up all the periods, they've won a majority of them, and all these things. Just as far as like eye test and play level, they need to come out as desperate as the Caps. That's their challenge for today. Taylor Hall spoke with the media this week and agreed that the desperation level to get to 3-1 needs to match what it was on Saturday.
It's about just having a good start, a better start than we did last night, and just maintaining momentum throughout the course of the game. I think that's important for us. I guess you could say our last 2 home games, if you go back to the Jersey series, haven't been the best starts for us. So that'd be nice for us to just play the way we can on home ice and understand that this is probably the most important game of the series coming up right now.
If we talked to Taylor Hall before every game, do you think he would say this game is the most important game in the series coming up right here before every game? I do. And by the way, I think that's correct. And I think part of the athlete's challenge, part of the competitor's challenge is convincing yourself that every game. This is the most important game of the season, this next one. And then as soon as the buzzer sounds and that game is over, this next game we play is the most important one. And you have to believe that. That's where that desperation comes from. It's kind of, for those of you that have read the book Lone Survivor that the Mark Wahlberg movie is based off of, during the SEAL training process in the book, they talk about how you can convince yourself of to believe anything. Mm-hmm. So if they have to run a mile in wet and sandy clothes, they tell themselves this is the last one. This is once I'm done, I'm finished. Because no one ever quits on the last one. Then they finish and they go, do it again. And the whole time they're running, they're like, this is the last one. Once I'm done, I'm finished. Once I'm done, I get to go to sleep. So they finish strong and then do it again. But they convince themselves of it. Same thing. Not really, but same basic premise of this is the most important game. If we win to go up 3-1, it's the most important game of the season. If they win to go up 3-1, clinching this series in 5 is the most important game. If you lose, 2-2, even. Game 5 is the most important game. You have to convince yourself of it because it is for Washington, and you have to match that.
So the desperation, I asked Taylor Hall about that yesterday because he said, yeah, we were desperate to make it 2-1. And I asked him, so how do you match that desperation? That's the answer that we just played. But you can feel in the locker room talking to guys. We get a chance to talk to Chatfield, talked with Jarvis and a bunch of others, is that I think they understand what they can do tonight in terms of, man, if we make this thing 3-1, we really put them against the wall, and then we can really finish. They know the opportunity that's in front of them tonight, and I think that's what the desperation is. It's guys, it's right there. Go take it.
Dare I say, pivotal game 4 tonight.
Pivotal game 4.
To take a commanding 3-1 lead? You're darn right it's pivotal.